Howdy, hey, hi, Spaceman Josh here, and welcome back to Factorio. Let's go ahead and get back right where we left off. I put some copper ore into that furnace after grabbing what I needed to make 6 more inserters as we work on our research. And so as a result, I have the furnace right up here and a furnace down there. Those will be the two that I'll use for the beginning of the electric copper mine. So I'll just make 2 more for the expansion of this. Even though I don't have the electric mine built for this, I always like having this ready to go, just because it's something to do while I wait for research. Okay, and then so I need to pick this up, put that there, and put that there, and then start placing these down. Grab it from there, place it, take out the finished product, take it from there, finished product, coal, coal. And now the underground conveyor belts actually will take a fair amount of metal. I think it's like 17.5, something along those lines. And so I'll need quite a bit if I want to create enough for the iron mine. Because what I'll have to do is I'll have a normal belt go across the bottom, but I'll have to underground once, twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. And so that's a lot more than would be preferred, but it helps to make it compact, and it works. I used it for so long, that's sort of what I do. I think the next one I'll want to look at is one of these two. I either want to work on lights or I'll work on automation. I'll still need to make the stuff for it, but I'll choose that as my next one when I want to go do research again. And so now I can go to here and see, and I can make 3, which will allow me to do the 2 bottom ones, which will work for right now. If I want to use this coal mine up here, it'll probably be brought down this way and then down because of the copper down this way. So I think what I'm going to do is, if it's going to be brought down from the north, and it'll first go from right to left, then left to right, right to left, and left to right. That's not okay. Coming down from the north, what I can do is have it go across, then like this, then it has to go back. That'll still work, because I don't want to have to... There's certain directions I want this to play out in my head, so... Let's go ahead and just start placing these down. That's the first few done. I'll actually put this here as well, because this will be the finished product will go, and you want that to go on to the sort of game plan is later on you'll want that to go down and out, so that way it can be placed onto, say, like a cargo area for a train. I can actually have that go that way. Yeah, that'll still work. Won't be ideal, but most things usually aren't. That'll need to create 2 more of these. And that sort of setup getting started. I'm sort of just thinking about how I want to play this out. So I can now make more of those. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more of the underground belts. Yeah, 17 and a half. I'll go ahead and grab more coal. And actually, what I think I should do right now, and maybe some of you have been yelling at me from the start to do it, is I'm going to go ahead and put some coal into these furnaces and get some of them, get them started on some of the stuff. I'll split it up like that. And if they're creating it, it'll help one continue this, the mine, and get me even more of the iron plates. I'm at 2. If 70 and a half for 1, that means for 2 we'll need 35. Yeah. And then, so for 35 for 2, and I need to make 5, that means I'll need 70 for 4. Wait, yeah, 70 for 4, and then add 17 and a half, so 87 and a half, so 88 is what I'll need for 5. Or not. There it is. It was close. Yeah, the not enough ingredients thing is because it ended up, my mouse registered as double clicking on an area where it didn't double click. Okay, I guess I won't grab that last coal. And so now I can do this. So what I can do from here is finish this connection right here, and then take this, start having it make its way to the copper up there, and I'll have the conveyor belt probably out from here. The way it looks, I'll probably have it go left and then almost straight up and then out this way, and then from here it can go out like this, down and out, and it can go this way out to the copper. Because the ore is the ore conveyor belt isn't going to go any farther, so I don't need an underground for that. Go ahead and grab the excess ore right there, place it in there. Okay, So we have hit the 10-minute mark of the episode, so I'm going to grab this last few and then pause it here. Alright, so for this episode's Nerd Alert, again I'm going to give you another thing with Mercury. And now, with Mercury, I've already, for the Factorio series, I've already talked about its day-to-year sort of ratio. I've talked about its gravity, but something that's also interesting is the reason why it's sort of the day-to-night ratio. If you sort of could do the math in your head, it's actually so if a year is 88 days and a year is 88 days and a day is 176 days. If you sort of do the math, it's actually there. That means you get half of a year for every day, or you get 2 years per day, and that ratio 2-to-1 thing is caused by Mercury being gravitationally locked to its rotation. It's gravitationally locked in terms of its orbit around the sun, and what that essentially means is that there's always sort of, if I'm thinking about this correctly, that there's almost the way that it's hard for me to describe. Essentially, it's similar to how with our moon, with the Earth to the moon, there's always the same side of the moon is always facing the Earth. It's similar to that with the Mercury to Sun, but it's not always facing the Sun, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, no, it's not always facing the sun, otherwise it'd be a 1-to-1. Our moon is nearly a 1-to-1 there. It's so close that you can't really notice it. And so, it's one of those things where it's one of those unique ratios, and those unique ratios are actually all over our solar system. I think Mercury has one, the moon to the Earth has one, as well as I think a few of Jupiter and Saturn's moons also have them as well. So with that episode's Nerd Alert out of the way, I know it was a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and get back into Factorio. So I'm going to finish off this piece right here, and then I'm going to backtrack myself. I'm going to grab these. These are not needed anymore. Sort of do it right here. This one will start going up. I'll zoom out so I can keep an eye on that copper. Do all 26 that I can possibly make. This has 9, this has 10. And there's that excess ore that was inside the furnace up here. Okay. So if I try to sort of look at, so essentially the top of the around where the stones are where I want to turn. So I'll sort of turn right here, take out the rock. Take out this rock too, apparently. And I can see that I'm going to have to take out the third rock too. So these rocks are just going to be gone. I'll take the stone from them. Almost there. Can I make an electric mine at all? No, I need copper for that. And since this conveyor belt is moving, I'll use it for a small speed boost as I work my way over here, because now I need to head over to the copper. Is there anything in there? Yes, there is. There is enough for me to get an electric mine to get that copper one out of the way, as well as just copper in general for more the electrical poles. Otherwise, it's not going to matter if I have a electric mine over there if there's no electricity getting to it. Sort of look at how I want to place this. This one I do want to last a little bit longer 250,000 right there. This is actually a lot better in richness than the other one was, which is actually kind of nice, because if the long-term game plan is this could be a train stop where I could load coal onto a cargo and take it to different places around to areas that may not have coal nearby, to allow me to have mines in places I wouldn't normally be able to have mines, or electricity if that matters as well. Okay. So I don't need all 36 for that, at least I don't think I do. So I'll do 6 for now. That'll give me 12. It won't be far enough, but it'll give me an idea of how far I'll need to reach. I'll do 10 more. Almost there. I'll do 5 more. It's 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll need 3 more. And then I just need to get electricity to this place. Let's look at where's the nearest. So going diagonal would take, well, geometrically would take less wire than going over and down. So that's probably what I'm going to try to end up doing. Of course, there's a tree in the way. Not quite far enough. I need more copper. Is there any copper in here? No, there is not. Time to mine more copper. This time I think I'll just do it at 5 at a time, since we're getting so close to the end of the video. Well then. Make 1 more. 2 more. Grab what I have made. And what was I taking over there? Right, these. Then I can do that. It still powers it. And I have 2 more left in here. So now that also powers this thing way up here, and now there's coal coming down this way. Constantly coal powered. And not a moment to lose too. We are approaching the 28-minute mark, and there's still coal here, so these are picking up where those ones fell out. So I'm gonna grab this here, pause it. Okay, so that's gonna end. I'm gonna end the episode here. Thank you all for watching. If you liked it, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hear more nerd alerts, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And if you wish, go ahead and turn on notifications. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Spaceman Josh, out.